presented by EA Sports. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears. And I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway here on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Herbert. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they showed passing formation, showing a shotgun, then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Here comes the 7th play in this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Herbert. T.J. Hockenson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here we go. Roll.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsay. finds him. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. The Bears had 10 and 5 to start play. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Back to throw. Pryor. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He's got room at the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'll continue to run for him.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. The second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Pryor. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. DJ Jones collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. This from 25 yards out. Patterson's kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The offense coming back out here, plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down.
Forget knowing what the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They go play action here on first down. A solid stiff arm. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go, Reed, go!
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Parks trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick, and the Giants are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to to the 20. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Pretty fortunate there, the interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. And they're going to get this beyond the 30 before he's taken down. 23 yards to pick up there.
Hey,
On first down, Parks, and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Over the middle, complete. That's Parks. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable. Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll run on first down. It's Parks, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Rolling to his left. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. On first down, Parks. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? Play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On third down, it's Parks. They needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Give him a yard on the play. He's definitely short. It'll be 4th down in a few inches. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Patterson's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it was hard for anyone to react.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Herbert now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Morgan. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Anthony Schwartz as the first half is winding down. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime. Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. Flush to his right. And he will get into the end zone. And it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him. Because
and all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here's Herbert.
Gets this to Saquon Barkley out of the backfield.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bears' 8-yard line.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard
line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. to start the drive, 12 yards.
Have the streak! Have the streak! Come 19!
Back to throw. Pryor looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Parks. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down. Operating from the gun. Pryor. Over the middle, complete. That's Lindsey. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Pryor. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Patterson's kick is good, and that'll move them back within 6 now. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Herbert buying time, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Third and long, it's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that you don't have to talk about. To read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make
here's Logan Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Returnable here from the 38. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On second down now, it's Parks, and he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To throw on third down, Pryor. Got his man, that's Harry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. There on the stop was Leo Chanel.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
On third down, Pryor. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has, and that offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Forced out to his left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in the season of giving, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Lindsey. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Patterson's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Nifty move, and he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. 78 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down right near the 47.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's Herbert.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Herbert.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 4. Up the middle with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31.
And the Giants have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 30, 10, and he's all the way in for the touchdown. No flags. And in the final stages of this game, they're an extra point away from tying us up. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
And some room to run now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
140 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a turn and a give to Barkley.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
They'll go to Barkley again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Throwing, Herbert.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for New York. Pulled in at the 24. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, smash Franco! Mikey, 18!
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs.
4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, now the good one.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, He's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game. 2nd and...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. And now, boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay, so the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. This to win it in overtime. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for the Giants,
they continue to show they'll be a tough out in the playoffs as they move to 14-2 on the year.